Hey everyone, this is Eli from checkit.com here with the Photoshop tutorial on Wobbuffet, Wubby, whatever it is, Wednesday. And today we're creating this kind of cool hipster looking mosaic triangle graphic, and I'll be including this project file at checkit.com/downloads. But really I want you guys to make your own version of this and, you know, mess with it on the Checkit production fan page. I've been seeing a few people mess with this triangle art and I thought it looks really cool, so I wanted to show you guys a different approach to it and maybe show you guys a few techniques that you guys can use. But I do want to see a lot of people, you know, making more of this kind of art. I think it looks so cool. So yeah, if you guys could give the video a like and also leave a comment, it'd be awesome. I leave all my favorite comments at the end of the video, so you might be featured in the next video. So I guess now we can get to the tutorial. Let's start by hitting Controller-Command-N to make a new document. And I'm going to make mine at 1920 by 1080. Okay. I'm actually going to exit out of the old one. Alright, so we have this fresh background. Let's double click this lock. And the first thing we need to do is make a picture. A very colorful picture. You guys can go on Google and find a very colorful picture, but I'm going to use from the Media Militia pack. I'm going to go to the bouquet images, and I'm actually just going to grab a few of them, and I'm just going to blend them together to make something cool. Maybe those two, and one more. How about that one? Cool. Now let's just drag and drop it into here. And let's just size it up by hitting Shift and Alt and just dragging out. We're just going to drag it out to the edges. Cool. And I'm just doing this, guys, because I want to make it interesting. Like, it'd be way easier if I would just go find a colorful image on Google, but, you know, that'd be way too easy. So now I'm just going to mess with the blending modes here. I'm going to go down to soft light on all of them. On all of them except for the last one. And now what we want to do is we want to go to the first one and then just lower the opacity on all of them till we get something that we like. Just a very colorful, kind of cool looking image. You know, just mess with it a little bit. Oh, that's too dark. Well, that's interesting. Alright, cool. So now what we want to do is we want to hit Shift and click on the top one. And then we want to hit Controller-Command-E to merge them. And now what we want to do is we want to duplicate this layer 2 times. So we'll drag and drop it down to the bottom. This little create a new layer icon. And now we can make the triangles. So with the top layer selected, hit Controller-Command-T to bring up the transform tool. And now we want to go up to where it says this H right here. We want to highlight it and we want to change it to 45 degrees. Okay, hit the check mark. And now making sure that that top layer is selected, go up to Filter, Pixelate, Mosaic. Awesome. And this is where creativity comes in handy, guys. Make it however big you want the, you know, mosaic tiles to be, or the triangles. I'll just stick with what I had before, around 71. Okay. And now we're going to hit Controller-Command-T once again. In the horizontal skew, we're going to go negative 45 degrees to bring it back to normal. Then hit the check mark. And now we're going to do the same thing with the second layer, but opposite. So, hit Controller-Command-T, go up to the horizontal skew, put it on negative 45 degrees. Okay. Hit the check mark. And let's actually lower the opacity on the top one to 50% real quick. Cool. And now with the second one, let's go up to Filter. Or you can just hit Control F to do the exact same one. Once again, Controller-Command F, of course, if you're on a Mac. And we'll go Controller-Command-T, type in positive 45. And there you have it, your triangles. Isn't that pretty cool? Hit the check mark. And then let's lower the opacity down to 50. And you'll notice that we have circles in the background. I think it looks kind of cool, but if you want to get rid of that, you can go up to Filter, Blur. And let's just do a Gaussian blur. And, you know, just blur it out until you get rid of that. Cool. Okay. Alright, so now what we want to do is create a new layer. So let's go Control-Shift-N. And you can name the layer whatever you want. I'm just going to go layer 1 because I'm lazy. Let's drag it to the top. Now we want to bring up our shape tool. So let's hit Shift-U until we get to the little ditto right there. You want to pay attention right there. And now you want to find the triangle. And it's kind of far down. I already had it selected, but it's right here. I'm going to click on it, close that up, and now let's click and drag down, holding Shift, so we have a perfect triangle, and just make the triangle as big as you want. Right there looks about good to me. And if you want to change the color of it, you can double click in this layer icon right here. And you can make it whatever color you want. I'll stick with white for right now. Okay. And now let's change the blending mode from normal to hue. And that just makes it black and white, which is a kind of cool contrast. And now we want to center it. So let's hit Control A to select everything. Select the shape and go up to here. You'll see these little boxes. We want to click the middle box here and the middle box here, and that'll just make it perfectly center. Alright. And now let's hit Controller Command D to deselect everything. Then we'll hit Controller Command T and just rotate it all the way upside down. And I'm going to hold Shift to make it perfect. Okay. Next, what we want to do is create our text. So let's deselect our shape layer, and then let's hit T on the keyboard to bring up our text. Now let's just click in some random area and type in whatever you want. I'm going to make it check it enter productions. Cool. I'm going to hit the check mark. Now I'm going to hit Controller Command T and just size it way up. Just make it look good. And now I'm going to bring up this character tab over here, and this just has a ton of different options. And I'm using Typograph Pro, but you guys can use whatever you want. I recommend using thin fonts because that's what the hipsters like to use. But I'm also going to highlight these and just make it more interesting. So this one, let's make light, and the T, or the IT, let's make like semi-bold. Yeah, that's cool. And now it's size down productions. Alright, make it, even with check it. And let's, just close up this gap. Cool. And if you don't like the spacing in any of these words, you just change it right here. But I think the spacing is quite good. Maybe a little closer. There we go. Hit the check mark. Looking pretty cool. But maybe I'm thinking I want to make it bigger. That's what she said. Controller Command T. I'm just going to size it up. Cool. Now we can do the same thing we did before by hitting Controller Command A. And then going up to here and just centering it perfectly. Controller Command D to deselect it. Alright. So now we definitely need to make this look more hipstery. So let's select Media Militia Bokeh, the top one, whatever you guys used. Let's go to Adjustments. Let's bring up an exposure. And let's just mess with this. Maybe brighten it. Change the offset just a tidbit. Yeah, make it look a lot more vintage. That's how the hipsters like it. Cool. That already looks a lot more hipstery, but the shape layer definitely needs to be duplicated. It needs to be changed from hue to soft light. And maybe change the color. Let's double click on it, make it black. And then let's just change the opacity just so we get, more of a change up in the middle there. Cool. Wow, that's looking really cool. Alright, now let's change the actual color of everything. So let's click on the top, check it productions, go to the adjustments once again. Let's create a new gradient map. And let's click on the gradient and go to this one. This one's very hipstery. Okay, this purple to orange gradient. And now let's change it from normal to soft light. And maybe lower the opacity a little bit. Yeah, that looks really cool. And now what we can do is add a vignette. So let's select the top gradient map, go all the way to the bottom, hold Shift and click on the bottom. And now what we want to do is hit Controller Command G to group it. And let's just double click on here and rename it main. So we're, keeping organized. Because you know how Check It does things, alright? Now let's drag and drop the main layer down to this create a new layer icon. Let's turn off the bottom one. And then let's go Controller Command E to merge that layer. And now with that layer selected, let's go up to Filter, Lens Correction. And then we'll go into the Custom tab and then just mess with the vignette until we get something we like. Yeah, that's looking kind of cool. There we go. So the focus is more on the middle now. So you see my settings, -49 plus 13. Okay. And with that, guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you. I mean, it's not that tough, but it looks awesome. It's so clean. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys learned something. I really hope that you guys start posting some of these pictures on our Check It fan page. Link is in the description, of course. Make sure you go and download this. It'll be in the wallpapers, downloads, and everything like that. Thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have been showing me. And also, guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment, because I leave all my favorite comments at the end, and liking just helps us out so much. With that, guys, I guess I'll see you on Friday. Peace.